Hey fellow designers, it's Karen of Made by Karen M. Today is National Planner Day, and what better day than to show you guys my new 2025 fashion designer planners, available in 3 formats. You got the digital version, the 7x10 Amazon version, as well as the 8.5x11 print at home version. They range from August 2024 all the way through December 2025. It has everything that you need to stay organized and complete your goals in your sewing related fashion design business. And today I'm going to be walking you guys through the planners, so stay tuned. So my personal favorite is the digital version of this planner. It's hyperlinked. You can click and skip through different sections of it. So I'm going to focus more on how to navigate through that. But really quickly, I'm going to give a little walkthrough of the Amazon version. So the digital version will be on my Etsy store as well as the printable version. But if you want the actual printed and bound book, you can get it on Amazon. So first, when you open it, you're gonna have a little intro page where you're gonna put your business information, mission statement for your business. We have a section here to do a vision board. So you would either print out or, go and look in magazines and different things to cut out little pictures and put all the things on your vision board that you want to accomplish in 2025. We also have a starting prices sheet, a revenue tracker for the year of 2025. And then also a goals section. So this is going to help you plan out all your goals that you have for the following year, as well as your long-term goals and your 2025 goals. We have some notes pages where you can just scribble things down and do brain dumps. And then after that, this is my favorite section and the newest addition to my planners. If you've seen them before, you've seen something like this, but this one's much different, the garment order tracker. So this is gonna help you stay on top of all the open orders that you have. Before I had more of like just an ugly list type of thing. And I have several different ways that I keep track of my open orders. One, I have Honeybook, that's where I book all of my dress clients. And then all of my contracts, I actually, have them in this little book. This is my 2024 prom binder. And so every time I get a contract, I fold it, put in this little sheet protector and have it in a binder so everything's at my fingertips. But also, I'm a very head down person when it comes to my working style. And so this sheet is something that I designed that's gonna help you track your orders in groups of 3s, but then also remind you to stop, pick your head up, figure out where you are with everything, and make a plan on how to accomplish this group of dresses. When you're doing large volumes of orders, it's very easy to take orders, meet with people, and then realize at some point you've taken 10 different dress orders and, oh my God, I haven't ordered fabric yet. Oh my God, I have to go buy this. I have to do this. I have to draft these patterns. So this sheet is gonna help you stay on top of that and remind you to stop being so head down, pick your head up, and make a game plan. So that's actually one of my favorite new sections of the planner. And then you're gonna go into the monthly planning section, starting off with a goal action plan sheet. So this allows you to map out 6 different goals that you want to accomplish during the month. And of course, we're starting with August 2024. Again, this book goes all the way through December 2025. You have a monthly calendar. It's not huge because we left a little bit of space over here for you to make any notes that you need to make about the month in general. And then you have on this page, monthly expenses. I like to use this to write down what all my bills are for the month at the beginning of the month before I pay everything, so I know exactly how much money I'm gonna be spending. You also have a money summary. This kind of helps you track your savings, money that's coming in, money that's going out. And then this next section is a spending tracker. So this is where you can list all the things that you're spending money on. And at the end of the section, you can actually categorize it. So if you're like me, I'm a person that has already a million subscriptions to different business services that I use, and I haven't cared to invest in QuickBooks yet. So I actually track my expenses manually. And then this section here is gonna help you categorize them. So at the end of the year, when you look back and you're trying to figure out what your deductions and things are, everything's right there. Next is our weekly spread. So over here, you're gonna write what the week is. We're starting the week on Monday. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then over here you have your top 5 priorities or a little to-do list. You have a blank section for notes, and then on this side you have your weekly focus and goal plan. So you're able to write down what your income goal is, the number of sales that you want to make, what items you plan on promoting, and your promotion plan. How are you going to promote these items? And then also here is a new addition as well. I used to have a whole section dedicated to social media habit tracking, and for me that wasn't very effective. So this one is going to be on every single weekly spread. This is a little tracker that helps you know how many times you posted on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So every time you post, whatever day it was, you just fill in the little square. And then also here, this week's wins. At the end of the week, you're going to write down, 1 or 2 things that you accomplished that you're proud of. So we have that for every week of every month from August 2024 through December 2025. And then at the end of your monthly, you also have a note section to write any notes that you need to write down for the end of the month. And then once you go through all of those sections in the book, the very last section is going to be a sketch section. So you have about 20 pages where you can just sketch out different garments and write any notes at the bottom. So that's the flip through of the 2025, or I should say 2024 through 2025 Fashion Designer Planner, the bound copy that you'll be able to order from Amazon. I will have the link in the description box below. And now I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough of the digital version because that's my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna screen record on my iPad so you guys can see what it looks like as we walk through the planners. There's 2 different apps that I recommend you can use. One is GoodNotes, that's my personal favorite, but you will have to have the paid version of it because my planner file is fairly large. But then you can also use another app called Zodo. It's XODO. This is what it looks like in the App Store. XODO, PDF Reader and Editor. So pretty much any PDF annotation app you can use. These are the 2 that I'm familiar with. So if you're using Zodo, if you just, want to do the free version, this is what the planner looks like when you open it up. And you're going to be in the feature called View and Edit PDF. Once you download the planner, it should be in your recent files and then it'll open up. Swipe into the first page. This is a table of contents and all of these are hyperlinked. So if you want to go to the sketches section, all you got to do is click on sketching and it's going to take you there in the planner. Now let's go back to intro. If you want to write in it, you are going to go to draw. If you're using a stylus like I am, this is not an Apple Pencil, it's a generic one that I got from Amazon. It will be in the description box below. And I had scribbled in this earlier, so let me get rid of that. Okay, so there's the pen, and you can select what color you want the ink, you can select how thick you want it, etc. And then when you get ready to write, all you gotta do is write. Preferably with better handwriting than I. Okay, and so that's what it looks like in Zodo. And if you want to, I believe if you want to go back to clicking other tabs, you got to switch back to the view section and then you'll be able to flip through like that. So that's what Zodo looks like. I'm gonna be using GoodNotes because that's my personal favorite. GoodNotes is, I think it's either $6.99 or $9.99 for the year. So it is a small investment, but like I said, if you don't want to pay for it, you can just use Zodo. It's free. Let's see, where's GoodNotes? Okay, so here's GoodNotes, and this is what the planner looks like. When you first open it, it is landscape. So that when you're flipping through it, it looks like, it looks like you're writing in an actual planner. You got the gold spiral binding down the middle. And like I said, just like with the other app, everything in here is hyperlinked. So wherever you want to go in the planner, you just click on it. So let's go back to the introduction section. This is where you're going to fill in info about your business. This is where you're going to do your vision board. So like I said, you can do portrait if you want to and just zoom in. If you want to keep it landscape, you can keep it landscape. So this is where you're going to do your 2025 vision board, and there's two different ways you can populate this. One that I was looking at previously before I realized I was not screen recording is I said on my vision board I want to put that I'm going to pay off debt. So I just went to Google. Shout out to Bondi Blue on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers. So I just went to Google and I found, typed in pay off debt, went to images, and I found this little sign that said financial freedom. If you find something that you like on Google, you just copy it, go back here, hold, paste, and then this thing here is gonna pop up, which is basically how you like manage photos and stuff. So if there's pictures that you have saved in your, say you were writing, you're gonna have the pen highlighted. If there's things that you had saved that you wanna put on here, you're gonna click the picture tab, and then pictures is gonna pop up, and it's gonna allow you to paste in whatever pictures you have saved in your photo gallery. So that's how you're going to populate your vision board. Okay, and then let's see what's over here. Starting prices, reference sheets, and revenue tracker. So over here, and I haven't figured out my specific pricing for the 2025 prom season yet, but I'm gonna use this to help you remember how to price your garments. So when people are sending you inspiration pictures, you should kind of be able to look at it and categorize it into one of your categories and figure out what a good starting price will be or what an actual price will be if you're trying to quote someone. So let's see, what are the different types of prom dresses we have? We have our, what we call cookie cutter dresses, but let's say that that is a, oh, actually, let me get this. I got my price list. Okay. So item type, we'll say spandex, satin. Oh, my handwriting is awful today. Okay. Why am I writing satin? I'm trying to write. Oh, spandex, satin, velvet. Spandex, plus applique. And let's say your starting price is $1,200 for that. And then say for sequins, you want to charge an extra $200. Sequin plus applique. And then what are some other categories you could have? Appliques plus feather trim. And again, feel free to have better handwriting than I. Tulle bottoms. Corset. Etc. So basically just make a list of all the different categories of dresses you're gonna have and put a starting price there. Because when the inquiries start rolling in, it can be very overwhelming, and having a reference sheet like this is really helpful. And then this little section up here, materials plus base profit plus extra time equals final price. That's just a little blank that you can plug in some numbers and help you figure out a full price to start. And of course down here, you got to think before accepting an order. What's it called? Not necessarily a map, because it's not in any particular order or anything, but these are questions that you need to ask yourself before you take an order. This is where you're going to track all your revenue. What's your goal for the month? And then what are your expenses and net profit for every month? How much did you actually make throughout the year? And this is where your monthly goals are going to be January 2025 all the way through December 2025 with your long-term goals and your 2025 goals. You also have just different pages where you can make notes and brain dump. Have quite a few pages of that. Custom orders project plan. This is the garment order tracker that I just was telling y'all about, that I showed y'all in the physical book. So the idea behind this is that for every 3 dresses you book, because a lot of us are going to be booking a lot of dresses and it's very easy to get overwhelmed and disorganized. You're going to write some details down here. You're going to stop after you book 3 dresses and then go on to making some notes, making a shopping plan, making a plan in general for how to execute these 3 dresses. So I have quite a few pages of these. Here's an example of how you would fill it out. Let's say Jane Doe comes in and she has a prom dress due date of April 2nd. And she's dress number 1, Jane Doe. And Jane is ahead of the game. She's coming in for her consultation on September 1st. And I'm not doing fittings. I'm trying not to do fittings, but if you're someone that still likes to do fittings for your process, it doesn't hurt to schedule this person a fitting date. Let's say we're gonna have a fitting date for her November 1st. And I'm just throwing dates out there. This is a whole nother conversation topic. How far out do you schedule a fitting for a person that comes in super early to book their prom dress and has a prom date that's like way down into the season? When would you schedule their fitting? For me, I might write a fitting date and then just finish the dress by the time they come in. Oh, it's done. Here it is. You ready to pay? Awesome. Okay. Deposit. Let's say her deposit is $800. She paid her deposit. Let's say full price is, I don't know, 13. Who knows? Just throwing numbers out. Okay. Details. Let's see. What details might this $1,300 dress have? Blue spandex. With horsehair at the bottom. Wants different rhinestone bodice. So that's a note that I would leave for myself of, okay, this girl says she wants a rhinestone bodice, but she doesn't want it to look like the cookie cutter bodice that everybody else has been having. So I already know, like, I have to do a little bit of research and find something else for her. Ideally, you would have already found that when she had her consultation, but let's just pretend you didn't and you need to reach back out to her. And what else? Whatever, that's enough notes. And then down here, free space, whatever you want to do. You want to do a miniature sketch. You want to put in a picture of her inspiration picture. Do I have Pinterest on here? I don't think so. Prom dress. Let's say she sent you her inspiration photo and you just want to remember what it is. Okay, they do got some trendy prom dresses on here on the Googler. Anyways, this is not important. Let's just pretend this was the inspo pic that she sent you. Copy. And of course, you would probably have this in your email. And you can just, oh no, why did it do that? So in that case, if it's not copying, we'll save it. Save to photos. And then you'll insert it as a picture. Don't mind the photos I snapped of my daughter. Okay, and you can also crop it. So there we go. This is Jane Doe's inspiration picture. So it's there. It's there in our little planner whenever we need to look at it. And if it's small, you can zoom in and see it right there. So after we book our 3 dresses, that's when you're gonna stop, plan out next steps, order supplies, create timeline, schedule, work on calendar. That's when you're gonna stop and actually go write things on your actual like calendar portion of your planner so you remember what days you need to be doing what. And then down here, for example, say I have booked 3 dresses. I might want to make my fabric shopping list down here. So let's say Jane, she got 4 yards of spandex, because you know we love a 4-yard dress around here. So we need 4 yards blue spandex. And then let's say dress number 2 is crazy extravagant and we need 8 yards of pink spandex. And then dress number 3, we need, dress number 3 don't want too much of a trend, so we need 3 yards pink sequin velvet. And then these 2, I know I'm gonna get from Fabrictopia. And this I'm gonna get from Joann, and I'm lying because they don't even sell secret velvet, but for example, whatever. And then let's see. Also from Fabrictopia, I'm gonna get 1 blue zipper, 2 pink zippers, and serger thread. 2 yards illusion mesh. Boom. So I've booked 3 dresses and I already know exactly what I need to buy when I go to each of these stores. And you know, if you need to order something online, write that there too. So that's what we do in that section. And there are a lot of these. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Monthly planning. So now we're getting to the monthly planning, and here we are at lovely August 2024. So here's your monthly calendar. First day of the month is Thursday, that's today, and it's National Planner Day. Goal action plan for August. I'm turning this iPad every which way, and I know I'm gonna be annoyed when I go to insert my screen recording. Okay, so this is the goal action plan sheet. And let's say, for example, okay, y'all, I ran out of storage and had to pause. Anyways, screen recording. Okay, back where we were. So once you get into August, you're going to, or any month in the planner, you're gonna first see a goal action plan. Now this is a page where you're gonna have 6 places to plan out 6 different goals that you wanna accomplish during the month, as well as a little section at the top to write some notes down. So say for example, in August, you want to, make a sample dress. And you want to do it by 8/15/24. What are the steps you're going to need to accomplish to do this dress? 1, you're going to need to buy some fabric if you don't already have any. Fabric shopping. 2, draft and cut a pattern. You know, unless you're using one of my patterns. In that case, you just need to print it and cut it. Number 3, you're going to cut your fabric and pin it. I like to cut and pin. Even if I'm not gonna sew the same day, I'll cut, pin, put it to the side, and then come back to it, and it's already like put together, and all I gotta do is sit down at the sewing machine. Next, you're gonna sew and finish, which that'll be like your hems and stuff. And then say you have appliques. You might want to split that, pin appliques, sew appliques. And then I wouldn't even leave it at that. I would add dates. So let's say fabric shopping, we're gonna do that on 8/2. And drafting a pattern, we're gonna do 8/3, cutting the fabric and pinning, we're gonna do 8/4, sewing and finishing. Let's say we're busy for the next few days and we're probably not gonna get back to that until 8/7, and maybe that will take us like 2 days. Pinning appliques, and then sewing appliques, scheduling it for the 11th. maybe we'll be ahead of schedule, maybe we'll be behind. You adjust as needed, but you'll remember you have this due date. And y'all, I'm telling you, I had used this to put myself on a schedule to get my planner done, because I pretty much started thinking about, okay, it's June, I really should release this planner like in August, you know, right when the summer is ending. And I wrote this for myself to do my planner, and I actually met it. So I'm really about to be using this little goal action plan very heavy. So that's the plan for one of your goals. And then over here, you can jot down any ideas or like brain dump as needed. Next, you got your monthly expenses. I always use this every time the first of the month hits and it's time to pay my bills, so I know exactly what I'm spending. Example, rent, water, gas, electricity, phone, blah, blah, blah. Put your amounts, put the dates they're due, and then at the bottom you can add up how many expenses you have for the month. Over here we have our money summary, which is where you're going to kind of have an overview of what's going on in your bank accounts, checking balance, saving balance, income, etc., etc. And then down at the bottom, you can write a financial goal and see what the progress is that you made towards that goal by shading it in, blah, blah, blah. Of course, a little neater than what I've done. Okay, so on the next page, we have our spending tracker. So this gives you an opportunity to write down everything that you're spending money on, the date, how much. And then on the other page, you have a few more lines, and then you have an area to write down categories. So for me, in my business, the things that I spend money on mostly would be fabric, I have like an office supplies category. I buy like a lot of tape, printer paper, stuff like that. What else? Business tools. That's what I call like my subscriptions. Like my HoneyBook, I pay $30 a month. Paperform, I think I pay like $17 a month. So that's what will fall under those categories. And just whatever categories you have of things that you typically buy for your business that you would want to organize at the end of the year, that's what I would put under those categories. Next page is where we get into our weekly planning. So this is the first week of August. So let's say we started on Monday, which would have been, or let's just say we're doing next week. So I like to start my week on a Monday. So next week will be August 5th through 11th. Oops. And then you will number the days. Why did I do that? 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 8, 9. And you're gonna write down whatever you have going on those days. So me, for example, I have my daughter's dental visit on Monday. At whatever time, I don't remember, I'll fill it in later. And then here, you're gonna write down what are your top 5 priorities for the week. So for me, it's gonna be posting about a planner. I'm working on another corset pattern, so that's gonna be a top priority as well. I'm updating the mermaid gown pattern. Not the pattern itself per se, but the instructions. Here you can write any notes you need to write, and then over here I really like this section. What income do you want to make for the week? How many sales do you need to make to reach that income? What items are you going to promote? What's your promotion plan? What's for dinner? What's for dinner is something that I included for myself because I struggle on a daily with figuring out what to eat and what to feed my children. So I find that when I plan it in advance, it's a lot less overwhelming for me. So for example, say Monday, you're gonna have tacos. Tuesday, you're gonna have pizza, because maybe you found a sale at Domino's. Wednesday, you're gonna have burgers, easy peasy. Thursday, you're gonna have meatloaf, etc. And then if you want to put dinner and lunch, you can. And then over here is your habit tracker for social media. So let's pretend I'm doing this week. Today is Thursday. I already know I'm posting a YouTube video today, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. And with me posting on YouTube, I'm also gonna be posting on Instagram as well. Probably only on my sewing pattern page, so I'm just gonna fill in that half. Like if you have 2 pages, then I just would do like a half. And I also recommend don't do this until after you actually completed it, because sometimes the day gets away from you. This week's wins: launched my planner. Whatever things you feel like you accomplished that week that you have to be proud of, put it right there. And then that's your weekly spread. Every week you're gonna have 5 of these throughout each month. And then there's a notes section at the end, any notes that you need to write down at the end of the month. And then it goes into the next month's calendar. So let's see what else. Oh, and then the last section that we have is sketches. If you're not able to press the tab, you're just gonna unhighlight the pin button, and then you should be able to use the hyperlinks. And this is where you're gonna go if you have any ideas for things that you need to sketch out. Say you're just brainstorming how you want a prom dress to look. You got the croquis template already here. And all you gotta do is draw right over it. Sketching is not that hard when you have a template. And you can even do different colors or whatever. I have my thing set to like scribbling means erase, so that's why sometimes it's disappearing. But that's just my preference. You don't have to have it set up that way. And actually, oh, let's see. We could do a highlighter to fill in the color. Let's pretend it's pink. This is rushed and raggedy, but you guys get the idea. A good little quick place to plan out a dress. And then if you want to even fill in, color the mannequin, you can do that. I thought it was going to be more brown. It's actually kind of yellow, whatever. But yeah. And you can adjust the thickness and everything. But that is the sketches section. You can put notes down here about like what you need for the dress or different ideas that you have. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the planner. And this is not going to be the last video that you guys see about this. I know I say this every year, but this year I'm very dedicated. I have been using my planner a lot actually. And this year I'm very dedicated to continuing to use it every single day, every single week. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of that process with you guys. I'm probably going to have more videos here and there, like on like how to download it. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these like instructional videos, because I still get a lot of people that are confused about how to download things from Etsy. But anyways, that's the digital planner. That's how it works. Again, you can use it in GoodNotes or you can use it in Zoto. It is available on my Etsy store, etsy.com/shop/made by Karen M. This is an iPad mini. It'll work on whatever iPad you have, whatever digital device you have. I have a Microsoft Surface Pro 6. You can use it on this size. You can use it on whatever. And then this is the Amazon version. You can download this, or not download. You can order this from Amazon. It's $29.99. Sometimes they put things on sale, even if I don't. So you never know when you're gonna catch a good deal. You have the full print version. I think it's 268 pages. So definitely get a nice thick book. And then pretty much everything that you got in these is also available in the printable version. So if you prefer to download it at home, print it out, hole punch it, and put it in a binder on an 8.5 by 11 size paper, it's totally up to you. Those are your 3 options. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.